Hi everybody, Craig Hitchens here again. Today I'm going to take you through the tapping sequence, the mindful tapping sequence for rage. I've previously taken you through for anger or resentment, which is sort of more long-term build-up. Rage is useful when something really ticks you off and you're going to explode. So if you're sort of prone to bouts of rage or easily irritated by things, it's usually a good tapping sequence to use to sort of calm things down. It's a fairly simple sequence, this one. It's not really complicated. It uses the same sort of procedures we've used in everything else. So I'll take you all the way through it and assume that it's not coming down in subjective units of distress or points quickly, and take you through the reversal stages as well, like I have with the other ones. Again, you can use this as often as you like. You don't have to use it once and be magically fixed. It often doesn't work that way. Sometimes you've got to keep using it and then you get a result. All right, so I'm going to assume that you've already taken the time to become mindful of the situation. If you haven't, then pause the video here and take a few moments to do some deep breathing and become mindful of the feeling of being enraged by something or someone or an event or world events for some people at the moment. So I'll leave you there. I'll let you do that, and then I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Okay, so from this point on, we're going to assume we're nice and mindful and you're feeling the rage, and wherever it feels like it's sitting in your body is usually the easiest way to tune into this one, or the event, or the person that's caused the rage. And so write it down on the piece of paper next to you and give it a score of 1 to 10, 1 being virtually no upset, 10 being about as enraged as you could possibly feel. Okay, so that's your starting point. All right, so the tapping sequence goes like this. We're going to use 2 to 3 fingers, and we're going to be tapping in the crevice here on the outside edge of the eye, so virtually in line with your eye, right at the corner. If you roll out, you'll feel like there's a little notch there. That's really where you want to hit, so you want to do both. Okay, you're going to tap about 20, 30 times there. And once you've done that, the collarbone point again. The notch here, down an inch, across about an inch. So about in that nice fleshy part. You'll feel it. If you need to feel around for a tender spot, sort of feel around and you'll find it, but that's where you tap. You want to do about 20 or 30 times there too. And then sit with it for a little while. And then take yourself back to that situation, that event, that person, whatever it is that's causing the rage, and see whether or not it's come down. If it hasn't come down, then we're going to go through the psychological reversal points. So we'll start with the karate chop point on the side of the hand again. About 20 or 30 times there. And then straight into your sequence again. Outside edge of the eye. Collarbone. And sit with that for a little while. See how that feels. If it hasn't come down by at least another point, then we want to use the other PR reversal point. So you want to go from your collarbone, across there to your nipple or thereabouts, and somewhere in the middle here will be a tender spot. You want to use a couple of fingers, 3 or 4 fingers, and you want to go clockwise. It's on your left side, okay? And massage that for about 20 seconds, anything up to a couple of minutes, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then you return to the sequence again. So outside edge of the eye, collarbone. Okay, and see how that feels for you. And you should have it feeling a bit better by now. If it hasn't, we go to the top of the lip, bottom of the nose, and in here is a acupressure point for the central channel, and we tap that. That has a clearing effect. And again, straight back into the sequence, outside edge of the eye, collarbone. And really sit with that now and let that, see how that really feels in your system. You should find that it feels a little bit better. Think about the event that caused the rage, think about the person, whatever it is. Okay, so if it's come down a couple of notches, then we're ready to do the 9 gamut movement again. So I've taken you through this before in the other videos, but I'll do it again. Okay, so you make a fist, and you want that fleshy part in between your ring finger and your pinky finger at the back of your hand. Okay, so right there. I used about 3 fingers. You can use a couple of fingers, it's up to you. Do you want to be tapping the whole time you do these funny little movements? Okay, so eyes open, looking forward, eyes closed. Eyes open, looking down, looking left, looking down and right. Eyes in a circle in one direction, eyes in a circle in the other direction. Okay, hum. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hum again. Okay. Keep tapping the gamut point for a bit longer. Okay, sequence, outside edge of the eye, collarbone. Okay. So by now, you should be down by at least 2 to 3 points. At least 2 to 3 points. If you are, then we're ready to seal this off, energetically seal this off with the finishing procedure, which is the floor to ceiling eye roll, while you're tapping again at the gamut spot. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Tapping, looking down. Let your eyes fall down and look straight down, and very slowly and gradually roll them up all the way to the roof. Okay, and you're done. That's the rage sequence. Pretty similar to a lot of the other ones in that we use the tapping sequence, we use the reversal points if we need to, then we do the 9 gamut movements, then we sequence, then we finish. Most of the sequences are all like that. Contrary to popular belief and other techniques out there, one tapping sequence will not fix everything. Each signature is different, sits in a different part of the body, and it requires a different approach. This is why I feel that thought field therapy is a superior way to do this, because it is more individualized to each emotional or troubling emotional upset. When combined with mindfulness and really tuning into the problem, it really creates quite an effective tool. Now, you may not have raging success with this the first time. Anger is a very different and difficult emotion to deal with. But don't be afraid to use it. Step away, take yourself out of the situation, use the tapping sequence. It is the more you use it, the better it works, and the more you get to the greater depths of the problem, and the more that it is released from the system, and the more you can recreate a much more peaceful way of dealing with situations. Okay, all right, that's it. I will see you in the next sequence. Bye-bye.